In a failed Iraq, terror organizations would exploit a populace who is distrustful of Western democracies, who've turned their backs on them. These people would be ripe for terrorist recruitment. Just yesterday, many of us met with the ambassadors of Jordan and Egypt, who warned us of the consequences should we take the next steps that have been hinted at during this debate in meetings held in congressional offices. America can't afford to repeat the mistakes of the past by withdrawal from a direct confrontation with radical terrorists. Should we retreat from the current fight, the enemy will continue to intensify their attacks against America, just as they did following the 1983 bombings of the Marine barracks in Beirut, the first World Trade Center bombing in 1993, the 1996 attack on the Khobar Towers in Saudi Arabia, the U.S. Embassy bombings in Africa in 1997, and the brazen attack against the USS Cole in 2000. Many of the speakers of this resolution have cited the widely accepted Iraq Study Group report, which pointed to the dire consequences that America, indeed the world, would face should we fail in Iraq. What they choose to ignore is that the bipartisan authors of this report stipulated that they would agree with a short-term surge of American forces to bolster security and train Iraqi forces, which is precisely what our new strategy does. 2 weeks ago, the National Intelligence Estimate on Iraq was published, and it largely concurred with the findings of the study group of the results that failure in Iraq would bring. Retreat from Iraq would result in pervasive instability in the Middle East, encourage rogue regimes, and give terrorists a secure base from which to launch attacks against free nations everywhere. No one disagrees that the situation in Iraq has become more dangerous. But let me be perfectly clear. The consequences of failure in this fight would be catastrophic, not only for America, but for the entire world. While this war is certainly a test of our resolve, America has faced tough decisions during critical war years in the past. In 1862, debate over the Civil War threatened the success of campaigns that our troops were engaged in. During the opening days of World War II, while the troops were engaged in the fight for their lives in the Pacific, Congress bickered over strategies of isolationism based in fear. And now in 2007, we find ourselves in a fight of our generation. With all my heart, I believe we stand at a crucial crossroad where the decision we make will affect not just us, but our children and their children and generations to come. Our enemies have demonstrated they are willing to kill us, even if they have to die themselves. Thankfully, our servicemen and women are willing to bravely defend our freedom as we in Congress go through the semantics of debating a non-binding resolution. For this reason and all the other reasons I've outlined today, I will not support a resolution that sends anything less than a clear message of support for our troops who are deployed in harm's way. As Senator Joe Lieberman stated last week in the Senate, this bill is a resolution of irresolution. If you believe the President's new strategy is unsound, then offer a better solution to win. If that's where your convictions lie, then have the courage to act decisively and be ready to accept the consequences of your convictions. Now, that would be a resolution. The non-binding resolution before us is at best confusing, at worst immoral. It pledges to support the troops in the field, but washes its hands of what they're doing. We can't have it both ways. We can't say that our military men and women have our full support while disapproving of their mission on the eve of their battle. The bill does not resolve to do anything. It doesn't offer a solution. It only offers political, expedient top cover. It would be nice to play the game of non-binding actions, but our soldiers and Marines in Iraq don't have that option, and neither should we. And the fact the troops in Iraq cared to watch, if they cared to watch what we're doing in Congress this week, they'd be outraged. Fortunately for us, they have more important things to do, and they live in a world where bullets are real and words alone carry little meaning. I'll close by asking all of you to picture yourself as an 18 or 19-year-old Marine or soldier who's preparing for imminent battle in Baghdad. This very moment, you'd be fueling your Humvee, loading your ammunition, checking your gear and equipment, taking time out to pray a private, quiet prayer. And if you're lucky, you might be able to call family and friends to tell them how much you love them. And all the while, the back of your hair is standing up and the back of your neck is itching because the support you feel that's necessary from your government is lacking. As you prepare for battle, the best that your elected representatives back home in your nation's capital can do is to debate a non-binding resolution that has no real significance except in the call and question the mission you're about to embark on. Quit unthinkable. Stop the funding while they're fighting. Immoral. Stay the course and do nothing outrageous. What the nation and our troops deserve is our best thinking and our best support. Thank you.